Even after tornado warnings throughout the Cape and a soaking wet field in the morning, conditions improved enough by game time that the Kettleers' matchup against the Bourne Braves was still on. Being lucky enough to even get to play today, the Kettleers seized the day in the first, as with 2 runners on, Joey Roperfido to double into right field that would plate both runners, putting Cotuit up 2-0 early. Although Bourne would get things under control and keep Cotuit quiet at the plate from then on, the Kettleers' starter, Sean Sullivan, pitched a phenomenal outing, his longest of the season and the longest for any Kettleers starter this season at 7 innings, throwing 90 pitches. He struck out 6, gave up only 4 hits, and left Bourne with a goose egg on the scoreboard through 7. Cotuit tried to get some insurance runs with runners on the corners in the 6th, and with 2 outs, Joey Roperfido left early to go for second, feigning a steal to try to get caught in a pickle. However, the Braves weren't fazed by Roperfido and were able to get the ball to the plate to get the charging Cam Hill out to end the inning. In the 7th, Cotuit backed up their starter with strong defense. After Jimmy Gluenke pulled one down the left field line that had many in the park thinking extra bases, Parker Chavers said not today, gunning the ball back to Gonzalez at second to impressively beat Gluenke to the punch and get him out right there. Inevitably, Sullivan couldn't complete the game, so Matt Mervis entered in relief in the 8th, but he gave up a walk and a double before being pulled by Coach Roberts for Casey Schmidt. The first batter Schmidt faced grounded into a fielder's choice that put one Bourne runner across the plate. The very next batter would lace a ball into the right field gap for a double that would score another base runner and knot the game up at 2-2. While Cotuit had lost their lead, they still had the potential to go down by a few in the same inning, as Schmidt later loaded the bases with 2 outs. But he got Jared Poland swinging for a clutch strikeout that would get Cotuit out of the jam and keep the game even. However, Cotuit would go 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the 8th, and immediately after the last out, the home plate ump would bafflingly call the game with daylight to spare, as this one had been played pretty fast. Nonetheless, the Kettleers come out of this game with a point, and they'll stay within a point of Wareham and Falmouth atop the division. The Kettleers will be at Brewster tomorrow for the first time since day 4 of the season, hoping to take down the Whitecaps as the teams in the West jockey for playoff positioning. Today, we spoke with Coach Roberts after the game, and sending you now to that and signing off for the Cotuit Kettleers, I'm Jacob Cohen.
All right, Coach, just what were some of your observations? How do you think the team performed today?
I thought we played really well. I told them, they're fun to watch. I enjoy it. We continue to do some really good things. Sully pitched 7 innings, didn't walk a guy. We had 2 good relievers. Matt just happened to walk a guy, and that's okay. It's going to happen. Their club did a really good job, and it's a great ball game. And we're getting better. And I keep telling them, look, I really like this team. So let's just keep working on the little things. Some of the things I shared with them after the game was, we're a little picky in regards to. A lot of our offensive guys are looking for the perfect pitch, and I think that was obvious today in situations where we could drive people in. We made a base running mistake, which hurt us really bad. But the guys are giving everything they have. I think, sometimes there are mental lapses, and we had a couple of those. And coaches have mental lapses too. I tell them there are times, was I there every pitch? But I love the team. I appreciate their effort, and I think we're going to continue to get better every night.
How impressed were you today with Sullivan being a true freshman and going 7 innings and just really holding his own all season long, but also today?
Well, that's 2 outings in a row. He went 7 innings at Orleans, too. I really like what I see, boy. I tell you, he's got a little of that it factor, and I'm a guy who really believes in the it factor, and he's got it. He may have a horrible game next time out, but he's got something that you want every college pitcher to have, and that's the it factor. And I can sit down and write a definition of or many explanations of that, but I really like seeing him on the mound.
Roperfido's bat seems like it's heating up. He was just a home run shy of the cycle today. What have you seen out of him lately?
Well, I think his family's here this week, so I think that's what's doing it for him. Not the coaches. I think his family's picking that bat up this week, but he had a great ball game.
Okay.